Skip it up and that up. So this is in response, I guess you could say, to Black Bond's video. Because I saw him, he made a video showing Nintendo's Wii U commercials. And I gotta say that I agree with everything he said. Now, I'm not going to show the Nintendo commercials in this video. I'll have links below in the description if you want to check them out. They're down there. But I'll surmise them for you in about 10 seconds. I felt like I was in 1986 again. They show the Wii U. They finally explain, which they should have done months before with a blitzkrieg of commercials, months before it was originally released. Basically what they do is they have these kids and they're trying to like, hey, let's figure out a way to get our parents to get a Wii U. And the parent, they pretend to be the parents. And we already have a Wii. And the kids are like, oh, it's a whole new system. Yeah, you should have done that ages ago. But the thing is, they're going after that family audience that they had with the Wii. And what you don't understand is, and like Black Bond said, family gaming, as far as I know, and many other people agree with me, really doesn't exist. And that market that you had where there was family gaming temporarily died when smartphones and tablets came over. The people that were excited about the Wii, once like tablets and the iPad came out and the iPhone and all that, they didn't give a shit anymore. That's why the Wii sold the way it did, and that's why there were so many Wiis that collected dust. But I've already talked about that multiple times before. Nintendo, it's kind of like you stuck your tone, like you try to. What happened when they were interviewing Reggie? I forgot what interview it was. They were interviewing him, and he was like, "Oh, the Wii U is going to be the console where you could get all your great Nintendo exclusives, and you're going to get that bolstered third-party support, so you could have all your favorite games on one console." What happened to that? It's like you dipped your toe in water, like, "Oh, we're gonna try to go after the hardcore market. Here we go. It might be cold and dangerous in there. Oh God, I gotta take my toe out. Gotta take it out." It's like you barely put forth a half-assed effort to get the third-party support in. And once you like, oh, this is too challenging, let's go back to what we kind of know, and you're going to a market that really doesn't exist anymore. That kid market that you had, Nintendo, we were the kids that bought it. The people now that are in their late 20s, early 30s, even their 40s, they were the kids and the teenagers that were eating up the Nintendo stuff. They've grown up, and they're still gaming, but they're adult gamers now. And Black Bond, to a point, he was right about, hey, when my friends come in town, like I have my friend Andy coming up from North Carolina, my friend Nick from Connecticut, and he was saying, we go to the bar and stuff like that. Yeah, we do too, okay? We go to the bar, we'll hang out at a friend's house, we'll drink a little bit and so on and so forth, and we'll game somewhat. We'll 5% of what we do is gaming out of when I see because I don't see them that often. We're not going to sit there the entire time and play, PlayStation or whatever. But you're going after the wrong market. And this, again, what the problem is that the brains at Nintendo, obviously except Reggie, but most of the same brains at Nintendo were there in the 80s, were there in the 90s, and they still think that's what makes them a winner. And you know what, to a point, what actually is that market, that children's market, is the 3DS. That's where a lot of the kids migrated to. The girl that I'm seeing, her son wants a 3DS. She's going to get him a 3DS. She had a Wii U, and he found out he didn't want a Wii U. So she's bringing back the Wii U. The reason why I harp on Nintendo as much as I do, because it's like I feel like a parent who has a kid who he or she, the potential that they have like 2 PhDs, they could outsmart anyone around them, and they're working at Walmart as a supervisor. And every time you try to say, hey, you should go out into the job market, they get scared and hide under a table. And you want to just like smack the shit out of them and wake them up. And that's how I feel about Nintendo. We know what Nintendo is capable of, but they're just stuck in that. They have poor marketing. they're stuck in the past. And to see these commercials, now they had this Wii U overview video. That was pretty cool. Okay, I'll have a link to that below in the description too. It wasn't great, but it showed more of what the Wii U is about. But again, like I've said in other videos, and I said multiple times in this video, Nintendo, why did you wait so long to let people know what the Wii U really was? That it wasn't just an accessory for the Wii. Between the poor marketing, the fact that it looks like you're giving up on third-party support again, and the fact that all of your heads seem to be stuck in the past, and you're still trying to market to children when children aren't the main market for gaming anymore, it just shows just how out of touch you are and how in trouble you are. Now, as Nintendo, as I say trouble, right now they're okay. There's plenty of cash in the bank, but they need to pull like what Sony did with the PS4 soon. They need to wake up and realize their mistakes. And they didn't. Sony did that with the PlayStation 4. Microsoft with the Xbox One, that's still debatable, but Sony realized their mistakes. And now Nintendo, you got to, man. But you've been doing it again. Honestly, really, since the N64 on the console side of things, you haven't been doing too well. Someone either it needs to be let go or you need to change your marketing strategy and how you get your systems out there and how you let people know what you have, and you have to just change everything that you're doing. I'm going to shut up now. I've been raging for way too long, but I'm going to leave. Jarek has some advice for you, the guy I did the podcast with. This is what he has to say about Nintendo. Enjoy.
Family time? Togetherness? Who gives a shit?